Oh, it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one, then.
We better get a move on, or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished vholran. I would have thought that the Renans on Lenegis would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to vholran's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that matter. And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final Master Core. Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that Red Woman and her abilities.
Were it any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is. Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask him what that problem is.
All right, then. Well, tell us what's on your mind, Ganya.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Where are your rations? Did you not get yours?
I did.
Are they not enough?
No, I have enough.
Then what's the problem?
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly. Be slow and gentle with him.
Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry about that. So you have your rations, and it's enough food, but there's still something wrong with them. What is it exactly?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that part.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them, then what are you doing with them?
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait. Back up. Are others doing this? Who told you to bring your rations in?
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it. They only said to bring the rations into the castle.
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know, right?
I was afraid that something like this might happen. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills, but not everybody is getting them back at the same rate.
Are you saying someone who got their will back sooner might be taking rations from other people? If so, that's a serious problem.
Definitely. This is something we can't ignore. We need to investigate the castle.
It seems like the people here still tend to blindly follow any orders they're given.
It's a reflex that was quite literally beaten into them. Undoing it will take some time.
I know it's not their fault they're like that, but it's still irritating to deal with.
Hey, remind me, just what exactly are we all doing here?
What do you mean? We're helping people, aren't we?
Could have fooled me. Lately it feels like everything we're doing ends up half-baked. We liberated the people of Pelegion, but their hearts and minds are no less under the yoke than the day we found them. As for vholran's cronies, we have no idea where they scampered off to.
You think I don't already know all that? We're doing everything we can, aren't we? We didn't choose to get stuck here. Sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt. Besides, you've seen all the same things I have. You know as well as I do that deposing the lords alone won't solve all the world's problems.
Rinwell's right. We've gotten this far, haven't we? We can't just leave things unfinished now.
I guess? I mean, I didn't think we'd be singing around the campfire as soon as the wall came down, but still.
The fight isn't over just yet. At least not while Lenegis remains a threat.
I'm just sick of all this waiting. If they're gonna invade, why don't they get a move on already?
Stop that! Don't you think we've got enough problems as it is without you tempting fate? Spot something?
Oh, no. Just wondering if I could see any armored guards.
Armored guards? You mean vholran's soldiers?
The moment we defeated their lord, all those guys bolted out of there. And not just out of the castle either. The city, too. For better or worse, it was the guards who looked after the city's Danans. Without them, making Pelegion half-habitable again has been one big headache.
It's not like they were on their last legs. They could have chosen to stay and fight, but instead they ran away and disappeared without a trace.
But without a lord to follow, they can't have any place to go. Unless... You don't think they went to Lenegis, do you?
It's not completely out of the question. Though I'd say it's more likely they're biding their time somewhere, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike back at us.
The people here in Pelegion are nowhere near ready to defend themselves. Great. Another headache to worry about. Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me! We all need salt in order to survive!
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
What? Why would anybody do that?
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found. When our provisions ran low, Miguel would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more than table salt.
Is it possible, perhaps, to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we like it.
Wow, Kisara's really serious about her salt.
You can always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any more to her burden.
Are we really gonna search through this whole castle?
Oh, quit grumbling. This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now.
Yeah, you've got a point. But
It's not going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
Very well.
Well,
Hey,
Pardon me.
What the hell? Do these guys not realize who we are?
doesn't seem that way. I must think we're just Danons from the town.
whatever's going on, these are vholran soldiers. Watch yourselves.
Firmament Breaker!
Take it!
Water! Here's not on my watch!
Catapult! Sword Rain Alpha! Try this!
Down on the ground! Laser Spear!
Take this!
Alchemy! Astral Energy!
Say no more! Shut!
Well done!
Tornado Drive! Power surges through me! Come on!
The earth throbs.
This one's mine! Does it hurt?
Now you see what I can do!
Finish it! In an instant! Impact Claw!
Yeah.
Hey.
You don't say.
Well...
Well?
How?
Oh, wow!
So then,
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
actually, they were abiding Renin hierarchy. Not me personally.
Well, either way, it solved the problem, and that's what counts.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Vholran's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Geneth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years, it was constant. Never stopped, not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered, and it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die. Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Danans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel vholran was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen, but treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, But we need to take this one battle at a time.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think of... Right. Thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah, it's not like your mind will only ever think about good, happy things for one.
Maybe so. But I'll still take that burden over living life as a puppet serving others. That's why I want to do everything I can to help these people.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
Let's see what's going on around here.
Yeah, there might be someone who could use our help. Well... Hey! Got it!
Huh?
Are you just going to keep standing around or what?
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped over here.
Maybe something's going on in the forest. Oh?
What?
Yes! Just great. What?
What?
Yes! Yes!
Nice.
Sorry.
Yes.
Just great.
White, soft, and fluffy items. Is that description supposed to be figurative or literal?
Let's check anything in the area that looks edible.
You guys want to rest here? Did we really just spend that much money?
rice, I think. Or wait, what if we used wheat and... No, potatoes! I can't decide!
Are you seriously thinking about food again?
No, I'm planning battle tactics.
Tactics, huh?
That was nothing.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? Another fine day for journeying, huh?
Tell me, do you ever find yourself tiring of the vagabond existence?
It's better than being enslaved, that's for sure. I get to pick my own destination, for starters. You don't get those luxuries as a slave.
Shackle a man's feet, and you put a clamp on his heart as well.
Then there was the food. Gross slop that left you in a permanent state of hunger. Ugh, you wouldn't believe the things I ate to keep from starving. What about you? This must all sound pretty alien to someone who used to be a lord.
Is that a hint of interest in my past I detect?
I guess that's one way to put it.
Well, certainly starvation was never a concern I had to contend with. The day-to-day grind was largely taken care of for me. I even had help getting in and out of clothes. All that was required of me was standing still while looking solemn.
That's quite the downgrade you've made. It's a wonder you don't sound more bitter.
This might surprise you, but I actually don't find our current situation all that disagreeable. My own hardships paled in comparison to yours, granted. But life as a lord came laden with its own restrictions. Forgive me. Such complaints must sound like feeble extravagances to a Danon.
True, Renin opulence doesn't feature high on my sympathy list. Then again, yours isn't exactly a normal case.
I suppose it's not. Sometimes, I can't help but wonder how much easier life would have been without the trappings of nobility.
You really mean that?
Pay me no heed. Naught but the ramblings of a privileged eccentric. Whatever my past, it has led to my being here. That is all the reality I need concern myself with. We'd best get ready for tomorrow. Shall we get moving?
Great, now I'm hurt and dirty. Achoo!
Catching a cold? Here, have this herb I found earlier.
I'm fine, thanks.
That's not your run-of-the-mill enemy.
Brace yourself! This one's tough! Lionheart! Okay, here I go!
Duel of the arts! Far enough!
Flying free? Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take
These
care of them?
enemies aren't to me! Done!
No complaints here.
Let the marksman handle this!
No first!
Here's the evil! Hey! I never miss! Loud, loud, loud!
Not
Then the
yet!
sky is mine! I never miss! Here goes!
Thanks!
Photon blast!
A thrilling performance.
I'm not done!
Can you
Take it! Does it hurt? It's go time! Rising Marker! I come! Mirage! Dragon Force!
I'll be saving this one! Into the shadows!
What?
Tempest Swirl! Alright!
Begin!
Rising Storm! Razor Cyclone! Here goes! Ice Prism!
Air pressure!
It's weakened!
This ends now!
Take this! Arctic Waterfall! Sleep now!
The flame inside!
Ready,
Carve through one!
Here!
Eruption Fury!
Hey, Drinking Lord!
This one's mine! No further!
Let's go! Lightning
Can you take it?
Thunder Blade!
You're mine!
You with a shot on your knees.
It looks like you got this
Air
covered!
pressure! Seismic rupture!
Where are you going?
Begin! You're mine!
Lightning! Downfall!
I'll face
You're
you.
mine!
Here's a healing art!
Blow away!
Freeze! Here!
Come on!
Go get it! One! Far enough! Mega Ray! Firmament Ranger! I'll heal you all!
Get ready to do it.
Healing Circle! Bullseye! Here goes! Here goes! Firmament Ranger!
This one's all mine!
Here's a heal line if I do! Blah, blah, blah,
Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
one more time!
You picked the wrong fight!
Here goes! You get the gist! Radiant Pull!
What the? Forgive me.
Bullseye!
Nice work!
You get the gist! Gusty Chill!
vanquished soul with life! You're mine!
This.
Sword Rain out!
Go get him!
It's wide open!
Won't escape me.
Ranger! Seal!
Resonate with the earth.
Tidal Wave! Arrow Squall! Here goes!
Here I come!
Can you take it?
Sword Rain out!
I'll blind you with a shot.
If I do!
Far enough!
Come on.
Here!
The fluidity of your movements is simply incredible. What the?
You pay!
Feel the medicine work.
Back into the fray!
Rising Falcon!
You're mine!
Glacial
Here's
Storm.
the evil! Raging Cascade! Sleep now! Here's a healing
mine!
art! Dance to the wind!
This one's mine!
Sleep now!
Now we're not.
Freezing storm!
Come on. Can't get out of this. On
Double
your
Demon
knees.
Fang!
Ice Tornado! Water!
Destruction!
Let me help! Alright!
Amazing.
Go Firmament Ranger!
They smite with black and
Arrow Squall! Firmament Arc
Where are
Seal!
you going?
Got it! Now's our chance!
Glacial Spear.
Here's the evil! Dance to the Lancer! In here! Ready to go! I'll be saving Sidequests!
I'll smash you! Far enough! Glacial
Supernova!
Rising One!
Freeze Lancer! Magic Command! Sleep now!
primed and ready.
I'll be saving there!
Here I come! I'm not...
I couldn't make it in time.
Here I come!
I never miss!
Eternal
Here, let me
Devastation!
help.
First aid!
It's over!
I'll bring you back from death to this.
Eternal Devastation!
Soaring blast. Is this it?
I'll bring you
This should do it!
this!
Bestow thy mystic mercy.
Resuscitation!
Crush fairy circle! I owe you one.
Sorry. I didn't want to put you out.
Can't
What are friends for? We can't...
You're right. I'll bear that in mind.
Here, move!
Anything in armor is all mine!
thy mystic mercy. Fairy circle. Now I can let loose.
Armor won't save you!
This can't be happening.
Stay away from my friend. Negative hit. No. Get here. Resonate with the earth.
Resuscitation! Sorry.
This is... some punishment.
Annihilation! Again! No defense! And again! Ready to go! Think again! This can't be happening! Ready to go!
Change of plans. Got it.
Flare tornado!
From beyond.
Ready and ready!
Resuscitation. From beyond. Imbue this
Still have
venom.
to fight left in me.
It's in your hands now.
This should do it.
I'll bring you back from death to
Rising Wyvern.
Primed and
No
ready.
escape.
I'll bring you back from death to death. A new lease on life.
Here I come. What the? Elusive key. Stardust. Rising Titan. Feel some hurt.
They're all coming after me.
I'm coming, well.
I'm not scared. I'm totally fine.
Rising Phoenix. Is this it?
I hope this medicine is promised.
I'll bring you back from death to bid. Not on my watch.
Armor won't save you!
Hold on to your arms. Here I come.
I owe you one.
What would I do without you? Don't mind if I do. Ha! Light astral energy.
We've got him on the run.
Don't get cocky.
Right. Still anyone's fight.
Horse in display. Sleep now. Here, let me help. Sharpness all. Ready.
Burn in hell. Now, while it's reeling.
Take it down.
Let loose.
Arrow squall. Firmament render. Not in your dreams.
Double demon
Where are
fang.
you going?
Demon fang.
Hit.
Double demon
Here's
fang.
another. Glacial Firmament render. Arrow
Turbine.
squall.
Sword rain alpha.
One
Blow
more.
away.
No.
Move
Firmament render. A new lease on life.
Anything in armor is all mine!
First aid! Here I go! I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Dance in the wind! Resuscitation! I can feel the medicine working! Go!
to be let free. With the dust.
Mom. Dad. Annihilation! I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Far enough!
Devastation.
Primed and ready!
I never fit! I'll bring you back from death again! You're open!
Is that a healing art?
It is. I can't ignore the pain.
Not try to be
Here I
more
go.
careful.
Take this! Double demon fang!
Annihilation! Take it! Annihilation! Water astral energy! You're open!
It's in your hands now.
Charge malevolence! Dig waterfall! Scorch earth! It's over!
Rising mountain!
Raging here I go! And again! Ice prison!
Burn in hell!
Not on my watch! Take it!
Finish it!
Have this! Alphen! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Take this!
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
We should be able to cook here.
Look lively! Hoodle and I are raring to go!
Isn't it past your bedtime?
Says the guy who can't stop yawning.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything? You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
Finally.
What is it?
I found an ingredient for that new recipe. Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Yeah. Seriously?
Hey!
Yes! Right. Very nice. Yes! Right.
Just a minute.
Great!
What? Yes!
Great!
Hey.
No way!
Oh? Hey.
Sorry.
How? Yes!
Hey. What?
Very nice.
Alpin! She owns stuffing bread with mabo curry!
Now I can eat this every day.
Jeez, Shion, you're hooked on that stuff.
Are you just going to keep standing around or what?
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped over here.